Yo, your boy is back with another live stream. Been a little while since I've done one of these bad boys. Yeah, this is first live stream I've done since last month officially. My first live stream I've done of this month. Happy to be back doing this again. Um, as you can see, the title of the video, actually of the stream, um, Captain America, was it set up to fail? Uh, I guess we can talk about that a little later. The first thing I definitely want to get into talking about is just anything and everything that's been going on, man. So I dropped a video today, by far probably one of my worst view videos ever. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it is Harry Potter getting woke video, which literally only got like 6 views, 2 likes, and 0 comments. And only got view duration for 19 seconds, which is pretty crazy to me. Um, yeah, that's really bad. So I've been trying to change things up a little bit. Instead of posting my videos to Twitter as soon as I upload them, I just leave them on. Um, I'll leave them on YouTube and just let YouTube do its thing. Hopefully, the algorithm pushes my videos up. And yeah, this is one of those videos that didn't get pushed out. By the way, I want to thank everybody who's been subscribing to my channel. I'm sitting at 1,661 subs. So it definitely feels good to go up in that category. Hopefully, I can reach 1,700 early next year and then 2,000 by the end of next year. But what has been going on, man? What has been going on out there in the world of movies? I know Creature Commandos drop. I see people are doing a review. If I'm up late enough tonight, I'll definitely drop a review of it tomorrow because I definitely want to check it out and give my 1 2 cent. Um, yeah, definitely want to give my 1 2 cent on that. What else? What else? What else? I did a channel update last night. Like I said, I'm definitely trying to get myself on a schedule to do these more often because I haven't been doing them as much as I wanted to. But the big news that has been going down is that the Harry Potter, uh, the new casting for Snape. I believe his name is Papa Aceto or something like that. And basically, yeah, he's going to be the new Snape. And I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world, okay? But I know that this is pretty big news because of the simple fact that he's black and obviously Snape is white. Alan Rickman played him before, and may he rest in peace. And now they hired a black man to play him. And I did a video about this yesterday, or I uploaded today. And I was watching Robert Storm's live stream, and he said it made perfect sense why they would go this route because if you hire anybody else who looked like Alan Rickman's Snape, they basically just look like a younger version or a ripoff of Alan Rickman. So it made sense to go this route because of the job that Alan Rickman did. It was so damn good. It made no sense for them to go this route and try and bring in, a new, uh, Alan Rickman lookalike. Because somebody was saying like Adam Driver would be a good choice to play um Snake, and obviously, he looked like a younger version of Alan Rickman. So, obviously that's not happening. So we'll see how this goes. I also said in the video, do I think they need to do a new Harry Potter franchise? No. But at the same time, I can kind of understand why they would want to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that Warner Brothers is bleeding money and the fact that Warner Brothers is bleeding money. They gonna tap into this franchise, right? So they need to make some money somehow, some way. And yeah, they need to find a way to make money. And so tapping into the Harry Potter franchise is by far the best way that they can do it. So I can understand that. I can understand that. So I don't think they need to do it because I think the movies are still pretty popular enough for them to do it. But but I can understand them doing it, but I just don't. I don't know. It's like I understand you know, them doing it, but I don't think they need to. But then again, it's like when you do a TV series, you can get out more of a story than the movies because there's much more of a story that can be told. Um, um, there's much more of a story that can be told in a TV show because of the simple fact that you know movies they got to cut out a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff that has to be cut out, and so you can't really tell the whole entire story in movie format. So a TV show would be a good idea. I do wonder if there's going to be any more, you know, uh, race swapping going forward. I can kind of see them doing the controversial thing, the race swapping Harry, but it kind of wouldn't make sense with the hair thing, unless they make him black and kind of have his hair kind of be like curly a little bit to cover up the scar. Ron, I could see being race swapped. Hermione, I could see being race swapped. Dumbledore, maybe some of the other cast members, I could see being race swapped. But yeah, I mean, I looked at it like in a negative way at first, but then after I watched Robert Storm's snippet of his live stream, he made perfect sense in what he said. So I can understand that anybody else being brought on though look like Alan Rickman, or yeah, they would just look like a young Alan Rickman or a ripoff. And Alan Rickman did a fantastic job playing Snape. Um, so yeah, there's that when it comes to the Harry Potter franchise. We got a new TV series coming. They're already doing the casting. Uh, and I'm pretty sure it's going to Max. Who knows when we're gonna get it? It may come out in 2025, probably earliest 2026. I will kind of do it around the holiday season 2026 if I was the guy running the show. So that's gonna be interesting to to see. Um, yeah. The other thing we can talk about is Craven the Hunter. I watched the first 8 minutes of that trailer. Ooh wee! The first 8 minutes of that Craven the Hunter trailer was pretty bad ass. I enjoyed it from top to bottom. The trailer was really good. I'm sorry, not the trailer. The trailers have been good, but I watched the first 8 minutes of the clip, and that first 8 minutes was really good. The first 8 minutes was really good. I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see what they do with this movie. I'm a little, you know, I don't know, man. I'm a little iffy though because of the simple fact that Sony has been delivering shit bombs movie after movie after movie after movie after movie. This one right here, I ain't gonna lie, looks really damn good. It's the most exciting one that I'm excited to see. The last one was probably Morbius as far as the trailer goes, but the movie looked like garbage. The movie was garbage. But this here, I'm really interested to see. The first 8 minutes was really good. Yeah, I just can't wait to see what they do with this. I know a lot of people are saying it may look good as like a regular movie starring Aaron Taylor Johnson without it being Craven the Hunter, but I think it could be a good Craven the Hunter movie if Sony knows how to pull this off right. I just don't really understand where they would go with the franchise moving forward because obviously everything else that's happened in this spin-off Spider-Man universe has just fallen to the wayside. I mean, Venom wasn't good. I didn't even watch the third film. Don't plan on seeing it. I did see the first two. Morbius wasn't good. I'm trying to think what else they dropped in this Spider-Man spin-off universe. I can't even think of anything else they might have dropped. But everything that they've dropped so far just hasn't been um, good at all. So anybody coming in, please hit the like button. Um, it's kind of like an unexpected live stream that I'm doing here. Uh, yeah, I meant to do it Sunday, but then I woke up like super late, and right by the time I woke up, I was supposed to stream. So I was like, I'll just skip it for Monday, and then I was like, nah, it's probably gonna be too late. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have as much free time in that moment any other time, so I might as well do it right then and there. So I decided to do it and just do it, even if it's just me here. That's cool. So there's that. Um, Craven the Hunter, new Harry Potter. What else we got to talk about here? The Snow White trailer. Has anybody checked out the Snow White trailer? I'm not a big Snow White fan. I checked out the trailer. I did a reaction to it. If you want to check it out, it is up. Thank you for everybody who watched it. It's 126 views. Yeah, that thing is I don't know what to say about it. One of the trailers that did come out recently, this one did not get a lot of views, was the Sonic 3 trailer. I really, really liked that trailer. I thought it was really good. Unfortunately, from what I've seen some other YouTubers talk about, the numbers for that movie is not projected to do very well. So it's gonna be kind of I think it'll still do good though, but it depends on what the competition is. And I don't know what else is coming out this month that is gonna give us a run for his money. I actually have to look at it. I actually have to look at it. Because what comes out this month that is going to give that movie his run for his money? Well, I mean, Craven the Hunter comes out this month, right? So that movie give it a run for his money. Movies coming out this month. Let me see something. I gotta check this out. Gotta check this out. But what's coming out this month? I mean, I saw the Craven the Hunter. I got Mufasa, but I don't think Mufasa is gonna give it a run for his money. The trailer looked really good, way better than the Simba ones, the Lion King trailers they had, but I don't see it giving a run for his money. And that's really all about it. I mean, there's nothing else on this entire list that I see that's gonna give that movie a run for his money. So, be that as it may. But yeah, I've been trying to keep up just making videos. My schedule has changed a lot, so I've been trying to post videos when I can, maybe one or two a day, sometimes three, depending on when I can. Thank you to everybody that's been watching my videos, watching my live streams and things like that. Um, I do plan on getting a camera soon, just because I want to get rid of this black screen that I have to look at when I do a live stream. Uh, I seen one at Best Buy. It's one of those Logitech cameras. It's one of those USB ones you plug into your laptop. But yeah, hopefully I can get that soon. But yeah, I've been trying to drop videos consistently as I possibly can, and yeah, it's been a little rough. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to stay on top of it. Like I said, thank you everybody who's been supporting my channel. Um, where the next goal is hitting the 3,000 watch time hours, and I'm closer than if I ever been with just staying consistent and just trying to stay on top of YouTube. So please keep watching, because I'm really trying to hit that 3,000 watch time hour goal. Hopefully somewhere in early 2025, and then 4,000. Also in 2025. Um, well, I guess with that being said, what's the next thing to talk about? You know what? I debated about this. I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about going back and watching the rest of the Flash, because I've been watching a lot of clips lately, and I've been very curious about how all this ended, because I've been watching a bunch of clips. Um, I've been watching a bunch of clips, and I've been wanting to see just how all this got to where it got to. I really stopped watching The Flash after I probably say the Thinker? If it wasn't the Thinker, I think it was Cicada. I stopped watching after Cicada, but I've been real interested to see how this whole thing ended. So I think I might go back and watch it just to check it out, because I want to see how it turns out. I know a lot of people have been talking about Superman and Lois, the TV show, and how good it's been. And I've seen some clips, man, and it looks like it's like deep, 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 deep compared to what uh some of the other you know Superman TV shows and stuff that they've done in the past. And I definitely got to check this out. Or I definitely got to make time to check that out. So yeah, I guess with that being said, we can go ahead and jump into the last topic, which is what was the last topic? Captain America: Brave New World. So Captain America: Brave New World, man, I've seen some people say it went through some reshoots again. I went online and did my research to see if there's any articles, and it looks like maybe it went through some reshoots again. And I quite honestly, I'm kind of iffy about it, because it's like, why does Marvel not have a set schedule for this thing? Not a set schedule, but why don't they have, just like everything in place? Y'all are Marvel. Y'all not some up and coming studio. Y'all $1 billion franchise. Y'all should have all y'all ducks in a row. Let's see here. We got Derpy Entertainment. I mean, Brave New World looks cool, but I'm nervous with these reshoots. Yeah, man, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon if Marvel is back, just for the simple fact that a lot of people have said Marvel is back with Captain America: Brave New World, and as good as it looks. And here's the thing with me, right? I'm what is it? I'm optimistic about it. Is what I always say. The thing that makes me optimistic about it is this: a lot of people have been shitting on it because of the fact that Sam doesn't have the super soldier serum, right? He's just a regular guy. But he came out, at least the actor came out recently and said that he has this, upgraded suit. So it kind of gives him a little extra kick that he would normally have, like saying like the old Captain America has, Steve Rogers. So I'm optimistic about it because I think that he's gonna have to really use his brains where Steve Rogers used his bronze. So it's really gonna be interesting to see how this works out. I do like the look of the suit. I think it looks good. I'm glad they went with a more different look. It kind of reminds me of the OG suit that Steve Rogers wore, I think, in Captain America Winter Soldier. Again, I'm trying to be optimistic as I possibly can about this movie. And it's hard, man. It really is because of all the reshoots and the money that's been spent. It makes you wonder if they could have just stayed pat with what they had. The other thing is this: somebody did a video. I can't remember exactly who it was. It might have been Tyrone Magnus, and the video that he watched, he said that Marvel executives or some teams from Marvel were the one that went and watched the movie and kind of gave their 1-2 on it. And if it was me, I would just have some random people come in and watch it and just have them sign non-disclosure agreements, like I can't talk about this, or it's gonna be some trouble because of the simple fact that you brought in your own team, and it just seemed like they'd kind of be biased about that. I would bring in random people, you know what I mean? Or if there's a company you could have come in and check out the movie and kind of give their 1-2 on it, that's what I would do. I wouldn't bring in my own team to give me pointers on the movie because of the simple fact that it's my own team. I want an outside view. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't feel right having your own team come in. But I'm trying to be optimistic about it because all the reshoots, man. I hope you don't notice it in the movie. And I think somebody said that Marvel kind of plans things as they go along. They don't have the final thing uh lined up by the time they get to the end of the movie. It's like they kind of make shit up as they go along. I don't know what they did recently that they did that with, but I heard somebody said that on YouTube with somebody's video. The other thing is, here's the thing with James Gunn, man. I know I'm kind of switching gears here. He's making the decision that he is not going to release anything until the final script is done, which makes complete sense to me. That's the way it should be done. We are not releasing anything. We are not going to have a finished lineup until we know a complete script is done. And that's something Marvel really needs to take to heart instead of just flying by the seat of their pants and releasing things before they have a final script. Anybody coming in, please hit that like button. It makes zero sense. Zero sense. Courtney222 says, I think it will be a fail taking rumors they spent 350 to 370. Yeah, I keep forgetting the numbers. 350 to 375 million. Then there might be countries that won't play it because it bec- excuse me, stumbling over my words here. Play it because considered to have sensitive political content or themes. Right, I forgot. I mean, it's Captain America. What do y'all expect? It's Captain America. What do y'all expect? So I'm gonna read this one more time. I think it will be a fail. Taking rumors that they spent 350 to 375, I believe it's $1 million. Then there might be countries that won't play it because considered to have sensitive political content or themes. That's true. That is true. But like I said, it's Captain America. What do you expect? What do you expect? You know what I'm saying? I um I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for the countries. I'm definitely trying to see it. I won't be there opening night because it comes out on Valentine's Day. Which I mean, I guess it makes sense for people who want to go to the movies on Valentine's Day. I'll probably try and check it out the day after. If there's only one movie I want to see opening night for real, it's Superman. I've already tried to check my work schedule, depending on how it's going to look going all the way into the future, and I definitely want to see Superman opening night. As far as this movie, I will definitely check it out. If I'm not there opening night, then it's completely fine. Um, as long as I see it within like that first good week, so I don't have nothing ruined for me. Because I try to stay off social media whenever these big movies come out, but it is super hard to do just for the simple fact that everybody's out there posting stuff, and we live in this social media era now. It's not like it's the early 2000s anymore, where you can go to the movies and it's all about word of mouth. And even if this movie gets bad word of mouth, which I hope it doesn't, I'm still gonna check this out because I want to see it for myself. I want to see it for myself. I hope the reshoots ain't obvious. It's not gonna be something I'm looking for, but it may be something in the back of my head I may be paying attention to just for the simple fact that, you know, we know this movie went through a bunch of reshoots. Jeopardy Entertainment comes in and he says, I'm be real, I prefer DC over Marvel. And I'm kinda sick of fans slobbering over certain actors returning to Marvel when most Marvel fans care about is the movies instead of the comics. Yeah, that's true. I'm a fan of both DC and Marvel. I grew up on both. I grew up on Batman and Superman. Those are just the two juggernauts that took over the TV screen back in the 90s, whether it was live action TV shows and movies. Marvel had, okay, so DC, Batman, Superman. Marvel had, Spider-Man and X-Men. I love those shows. The Spider-Man from the 90s, not Unlimited, but, whichever one they had, they've been talking about trying to bring back. That one was the good one. I did like Unlimited, but the one they had before that was good. Um, what else? Like I said, slobbering over certain actors. Yeah, I think the only reason a lot of people care about, or at least the fans care about the movies over the comic books, is because the movies don't follow the comic books, and so the MCU takes liberties and they take pieces out of the comics to add to the movies. Give me 1 second. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, yeah, so I think what it is that Marvel takes liberties when it comes to the comic books, and they don't put everything in the comic books into the movies. So that's the reason why I think a lot of people don't read the comic books, is because they can just watch the movies without having to worry about reading comics, because not everything follows comic books bit for bit. Drapery Entertainment on a roll. He says, I'm tired of biased Marvel fans saying, excuse me, DC movies are usually trash, which they're not, which it is. Well, okay, DC. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Marvel. Hold on. Yeah, a lot of DC movies have been trashed, which it is. But point is, Marvel fans protect terrible, weak, rush projects that shouldn't be defended. For example, She-Hulk. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about it. So Thank you for sending that in. When it comes to She-Hulk, I think I watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes. I don't even remember how long it was, and I crapped out. Okay, I stopped watching it. I couldn't get into it anymore. It just got to a point where I was like, "This is terrible. It is bad. It is boring. I can't watch this anymore." All right, so I crapped out. I was done. As far as Miss Marvel, I thought it was okay. I understand it wasn't meant for my age demographic, but I thought it was okay. Honestly, I'd rather go back and watch that again over the Marvels. I didn't like that at all. I thought it was too jokey, too much singing. It wasn't my cup of tea. Uh, all right, the Eternals. You know what? I thought it was interesting when it came to the Eternals, but I wasn't surprised that they're not getting the continuation. Even though I do kind of wish they would, just because I want to see what happens from the ending where the old girl got snatched up by the Celestials. I wasn't curious about that. And yeah, the Marvels. I didn't care for the Marvels. Therapy Entertainment comes in again. All those are trash. Rush projects, no different than DC projects. I'm kind of tired of the hate. So I'm very optimistic with Gunn being in charge. That's good to know, man. There's been a lot of people who have not been optimistic with James Gunn being in charge at all. A lot of people have had negative things to say. Um, I'll just try to keep the optimistic view because whether we like it or not, he's in charge. He picked the Superman. He's directing the movie. He wrote the script. So we gotta hope that it's gonna be good because, like I said, there's no Zack Snyder coming through that door if this doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? There's no Zack Snyder rushing through that door if this doesn't work out. We stuck with what we got. So fans, no matter how much you dislike James Gunn, gotta go look at the movie. Gotta go check it out. I'm definitely, like I said, gonna try and be a Superman opening night. I know it's gonna be a pretty blockbuster summer because you got Superman, you got your Fantastic Four coming out sometime later on after that. And before that, you got Jurassic Park. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. And then Derby Entertainment comes in again. Those are not DC fans. Can't argue with that. Got another one. He says, "Hey man, I said this a year ago. If this fails, there's no Zack Snyder coming through that door to save DC. Who knows what's gonna happen? We may end up getting a teardown of some of the projects. David Zaslav might step in and be like, all right, I'm gonna have to step in and take care of this because obviously what you did not work. And I can understand it. With the lineup, we look at what we're getting. The only real things I'm probably excited for, I'm gonna have to look this up, are what is it? Are Superman, the Lanterns, and what else out there I want to see? I think those are the only two. I have to look at the lineup because it's been a while since I've checked it out, and I can't remember exactly what else is coming out. But the Lanterns, Superman are really the only two things I'm looking forward to. Um, Let me see, DCU lineup. That's really the only two things I can think of off the top of my head that I'm at least excited to see. Derpy Entertainment on a roll tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They'll sell the rights to the characters and get new reboots or something. This is the real last chance for DC. I'm hoping it works. I'm optimistic with projects in chart. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it was. I've been seeing some things saying I guess they got like a 10 or 15-year window or something like that. So yeah, I'm really hoping that James Gunn knocks it out of the park. I still gotta watch Creature Commandos and see how this is, but I don't really care about Creature Commandos. I just want to watch it and give my 2 cents just so I can, put some videos out there. The thing is, I'm more focused on the live action projects. I'm more focused on the live action projects more than the animated projects. And I think one of the things that got people a little upset is the simple fact that we're not getting. Okay, so there's Batman. If we get that, I forgot about that. So depending on what they do with the Batman, there's been talk of us getting possibly Robert Pattinson's Batman flipped over to the DCU or getting the new Batman altogether. And if you ask me, I think it'd be best if they get a new Batman altogether. It just wouldn't make sense for James Gunn to bring up Robert Pattinson's Batman because he looks super young. And he is young. I think he's only like 38 something years old like that. But if it was Ben Affleck's Batman and he had a Damian Wayne son, it would make more sense in my eyes because he looks older and he's been around the block a lot longer. But for it to be Robert Pattinson's Batman, if they brought him over to the DCU, and it doesn't make sense because he's still in his early years, And if they decide to be like, okay, we're just gonna forget all that stuff that happened and age him up and give him a son, it just wouldn't look right. That's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. But yeah, I'm really hoping this works out, man. For real, I'm gonna be out there supporting DC like crazy, and just go from there. Hopefully, everybody supports it with their wallets as well. Anybody new coming in, please make sure you hit that like button. Creature Commandos is solid. Okay, so I've seen some people talk about it. It's had a mixed bag of reviews. A lot of people have said that if you look at Creature Commandos and you just replace it with the Suicide Squad, it's the same thing, but with creatures instead of the Suicide Squad. Which from the trailers I've seen, it gives me Suicide Squad vibes, just with creatures instead of actual humans. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm definitely trying to keep going my subscribers. Thank you for leaving the comments. Don't listen to the haters. Yeah, I'm trying not to. Man. I'm trying not to. He says, honestly, I don't want Pattinson as DC Batman. I gotta ask why. And Derpy Entertainment comes in. Personally, I want someone like Jake Glenn. Okay, so yeah. Honestly, I don't. Here's right. I don't mind that they've brought a bunch of medium actors in to play some of these heroes, because if you get big name actors to play some of these heroes, you're gonna have to open up that checkbook real big. And like you said, there's a lot of chance that DC has. So if they bring in big name actors and it doesn't work, that is a lot of money you spent just bringing big name actors to play these roles. And that's a lot of money that they could be losing. And then Warner Brothers cannot afford to lose any more money. I ain't gonna lie. I do want a Warner Brothers, not a Warner Brothers, but a Superman hat. Um, I've seen one online. It looks really cool. I've seen people wear it in some of their videos. But anyway, um, yeah, this is the last chance that DC has, and like I said, I think it's good they brought in medium actors. Not big name actors, but medium actors. I know they brought in the guy from the Netflix movie. A lot of people have been complaining because obviously they've been saying that he's not dark enough to play, um, you know, not Hal Jordan, but John Stewart. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people, uh, you know, feel about that. Let me see. He comes in again. He said, "Back to Marvel." Sorry. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I like Marvel. I'm a fan of Marvel. I've been supporting them for years. When DC first announced that they were going to do their whole universe, I just thought it was a copy and paste of what Marvel was doing. And I think it would have worked out if Warner Brothers would have followed what DC did and give each of the superheroes their own movie before they decided to do this big superhero team up. But no, they decided to go with this big superhero team up, and it completely crashed and burned the entire thing. And look at what they ended up with. Nothing. And then they were going to give James Gunn um, his own Superman, and this is back when we still had Henry Cavill as Superman. And then they were going to turn around and give Michael B. Jordan his own Superman, which made absolutely no sense to me at all. So I don't think they knew what they were doing. And so now, now they got to start over. And yeah, I just hope that this works out. I really do. Because there's nothing else that can be done to save DC if this doesn't work. So yeah, I think that this is where they should really take their time, and I hope that James Gunn has taken some of the things that he's learned over at Marvel and applied it over to DC, and just give it that DC coding as far as like just not making everything funny, haha, but just like just kind of making it more serious. Have Superman be lighthearted. I think that's the one thing that DC messed up with, was trying to make Superman super serious. Of course, that's his character, and then trying to make Batman super serious, and then Superman super serious. It just didn't work out. Maybe they tried to make it as realistic as they could with him being in a world where Superman is hard to accept because of just him being an alien and all this other stuff. I understand that, but I just feel like they should have made Superman more lighthearted instead of being kind of like just that super serious, a little bit dark character that he was. Derek Entertainment says that's why I'm optimistic with the gun. He knows what he's doing. He knows the formula of Marvel. He comes in and says exactly, yeah. So I'm you know I'm I agree. I got to be optimistic because he's been working on Marvel for years, and I hope that he's able to take some of the stuff that he's learned over there and apply it over to DC, the DC coding. Because I can't imagine, and I want some look. I cannot imagine DC being any more worse than we already just seen. There's a lot of stuff I'd rather watching towards the end. I didn't watch the Joker when it came out, thank God, because the movie just got shit bombed all over the place. I didn't watch this Aquaman when it came out. Um, I just didn't see a reason to check it out. Um, it just got to a point where um, DC wasn't going anywhere. There was no reason to keep putting money into it. So it was like, why? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you had the Batgirl movie got canceled. I actually wanted to see that, even with some pictures of the suit looking like trash. But yeah, I'm trying to keep an optimistic view for what James Gunn is bringing to the table. Even if the lineup kind of scares me because I don't know much of what he has presented here. A lot of the characters, like Booster Gold, things like that. So I'm kind of like iffy about what he's bringing to the table. But I'm hoping he knows what he's doing because he's been around the block a long time, and hopefully him working under uh, Kevin Feige, he's learned some things. Like I said, he's been saying all the right things, such as not releasing anything until they have a finished script, which makes 100% sense. I don't see how in the world you're gonna release anything without having a finished script. It makes no sense. So hopefully, he'll do justice, no pun intended, to the to what we're getting over here at DC. Derpy Entertainment comes in. Booster Gold is kind of their Deadpool, but more kid friendly. Okay. Okay. Thank you. That clears up a lot because I had no idea who Booster Gold was. I know some superheroes kind of like are mirror images of each other when you got Marvel and DC, DC and Marvel. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm looking at the website right now. I want to get some of this DC gear. I was looking at the new Superman hoodie. I like the logo of it, but yeah, I'm hoping that this is gonna be some good stuff when it comes to DC. I think everybody just kind of needs to take a deep breath and, like I said, be as optimistic as much as they possibly can instead of shitting over it. Because all we've seen is a small window. I've said this many, many times. All we've seen is behind the scene photos, no videos, just what people have posted of Superman in the street. Now, if there's one thing that I cannot argue about is the shitty Superman suit. I really hope by the time the movie comes out, it is looking good. It is fixed. Because I do not like this Superman suit. I think it looks terrible. I'm sorry. It doesn't look good to me at all. They need to do something about that damn suit. It just doesn't look good to me at all. Let me see. Derpy Entertainment comes in. He's kind of exactly what James Gunn said. A loser from the future who grabs technology to go back in time to be superhero. Really? Wow. That's really sad. That's really sad. Really, I did not like the suit, man. That suit does not look good. Henry Cavill's suit, in my opinion, destroys that suit. It destroys that suit 10 times over. It's just something about the way it's designed. I think it's the extra lines. It's just something about that suit I just cannot get into. I just cannot get into. So yeah, I hope they're able to make it look good by the time they get to I'm pretty sure they're already done with post production, but I hope they're able to just fix it up and make it look good by the time the movie drops because that suit just did nothing for me. Yeah, you are right about that. You are right about that. He comes back in and says, I would agree, but writing matters more than the suit. Just saying. You are right. You're 100% right. Writing does matter. Um, Writing does matter. And I hope the story that they have, um, I hope the story that they have, um, is going to be a good one. I hope the story they have is going to be a good one. Okay. Um, Give me 1 second. So let's see here. Derpy comes in and says they're going back to OG Superman, like Fletcher Superman, if you know what I mean. I'd have to look that up because I'm not sure if Fletcher Superman is. I have to look that up because I grew up with like the Dean Kane. Um, yeah, I grew up with like the Dean Kane. But let me look this up because I have no idea who Fletcher Superman is. But yeah, I grew up with like the Dean Kane Superman. To me, my Superman is always going to be Christopher Reeves. Before I was born. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, I watched this cartoon a lot when I was a kid. I watched this cartoon a lot when I was a kid. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I watched this cartoon a lot when I was a kid. I remember this. This was like way before I was born. I don't even know what year this came out. But I watched this when I was a kid. That's funny. He comes in and says before the flying let me see. Before all his powers, he was jumping more. He went like, okay, okay. And he also says it's on YouTube. You can pull it up. Okay. Fletcher Superman, Mad Scientist. And okay. So okay, yeah, I just looked it up on my phone. Okay, yeah. So I've seen this a lot when I was a kid, as far as the cartoon goes. I don't know if they ever did any live action stuff like this, but yeah, I watched this when I was a kid. I thought this was pretty cool to watch. I thought this was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this. I grew up with like Dean Cain, Superman. I grew up with the '90s Superman, the '90s Batman. That was my era of growing up. That was my era of what I watched growing up. It was a lot of fun to watch that for me. So I hope we can get a lighthearted Superman, and they can figure out what they're going to do with Batman. I think they need to figure that out as soon as possible because we had enough controversy with the old Batman with Ben Affleck before. They don't need to start that up all over again. Me personally, I don't think there would be anything wrong if they decided to hire another actor to play Batman and bring in somebody new instead of trying to bring over you know instead of trying to bring over Pattinson. Because here's the thing, right? The thing I don't understand is how are y'all gonna have an older grizzly Batman with a son, but then you'll have a young Superman who's just starting his journey. Like I understand he's not gonna be completely at the beginning, but he's kind of still gonna be in like the early years of his journey. I'm just trying to figure that out. And then a lot of people have been arguing when it comes to um James Gunn about his what's going to be canon from the DCU. I'm sorry, from the DCEU to the DCU. And like I said, to me, it's a domino effect. If you're going to say one thing is canon, it's all pretty much going to be canon because it's going to have a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this one thing was canon, but it was a bunch of other things that happened led up to what made that canon. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that stuff is going to end up being canon because of the simple fact that it's a domino effect. It wasn't just one thing that happened. A lot of stuff happened to get to that point. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. If it was me, I would have just started from scratch. I understand he has his actors and actresses that he likes, he wants to keep around, but I would have started from scratch if I was gonna bring in a whole new DC universe because it doesn't make sense to keep some stuff to get rid of some other stuff. It's like it just doesn't make sense, and I think that's what got people feeling a little edgy. They want to keep, they want a full reboot instead of being like a halfway thing. You know what I mean? So I can understand people being upset about that. I can understand people being upset about that. But I was looking at the lineup. Let me see. I got to bring this back up because there's some stuff that I wanted to see that we have dropping. So if nothing changes, I think this is like an article from 2023. So of course you got Superman, and then you got the Authority, right? The Brave and the Bold, which is kind of up in the air since nobody knows what's going on with Superman. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I forgot about this. So I'm not really excited to see Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, but I'm very curious about it. You know what I mean? I want to know what they do with this because I believe they already have an actress. Or I'm pretty sure James Gunn by now, or whoever's working on the script, is working on the script. And then you get Swamp Thing. I watched Swamp Thing as a kid, the cartoon, but I was never a big Swamp Thing fan. I know they did a live action TV show over on the CW, which didn't last that long. I think it only lasted maybe like one season. And then of course you got the TV shows, Creature Commandos, which already came out, Waller, which is basically, its own thing. Booster Gold, Lanterns, which is the only thing I'm excited to see. Paradise Lost, which is basically a prequel of the which is a prequel story to, I forgot Wonder Woman. So yeah, and that's basically it. But I know the lineup could change depending on what James Gunn has in his pipeline because he was saying how he may not have anything released if he doesn't have a full script yet, which makes perfect sense. If he ain't got a full script, but it does make me wonder if he don't have a full script, what's going to replace it, and is that going to mess up the continuity of the DCU? Okay, so Supergirl's already been cast. Okay. Yeah, I know I heard something about that already. So, um, I'm curious about it though. You know what I mean? I know there was the other girl, Sasha Kelly, who did a good job in the Flash movie. I did not like the Flash movie at all. I thought it was garbage. But I know she was upset because she didn't get a chance to reprise her role, and I know that I think James Gunn wants somebody who looks like the Supergirl with the blonde hair and everything. Okay, yeah, so I could definitely see this. So it says Supergirl, New Woman of Steel is House of the Dragons, Millie Alcock. I have no idea who that is, but I could definitely see it just looking at her, blonde hair, everything she does automatically give me Supergirl vibes. So interesting to see what they go with that. And Derpy Entertainment. Okay, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I just looked it up. Derpy Entertainment on a roll tonight, y'all. Millie Alcock. So again, I'm trying to be optimistic about what James Gunn is bringing to the table because there's too much negativity around, him taking over the DC uh, universe. I was surprised that he decided to take over just for the simple fact that I thought that he was going to step down from being a director and all the work that he had done with Marvel. So I was surprised, but let's all hope it turns out for the good, people, because again, if it doesn't, it's gonna be a shitstorm. And like I said, I do wonder the grand scheme of things. If some of the stuff doesn't have a director, how is that gonna mess up the continuity of not a director, but a finished script? If some of the stuff that he has in the pipeline does not have a finished script, how is it gonna mess up the continuity of the DCU? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to just wait and see. I can't wait for the trailer. And I will do well, it's still early. I'll stay on for about another 10 more minutes. But I do wonder about um, the Superman trailer. Because there are talks, or there have been talks of what people have seen on social media saying that higher ups at Warner Brothers didn't like what they saw and they wanted to go back and redo some of the trailer, I guess, get some more action scenes or something in there. I hope some of the stuff that they have is not gonna give away too much in the movie. I say it all the time that when it comes to movie trailers, a lot of stuff that you see doesn't end up in the movie. It's just stuff they add in there to get you excited to go see the movie. So I really hope that what James Gunn is going to do with this trailer is going to be kick ass. Oh, okay. So they got that far into it. Yeah. So I haven't been looking into anything that's been going on with the Supergirl movie. Uh, I know that I haven't looked at anything that's been going on with the Supergirl movie. I just know they had a actress. Um. Okay. So Craig Gillespie. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay, I see. I see. I see. I got you. Okay, so hopefully he knocks this out the park and does a good job. I'm very like I said, I hope he knocks this out and does a good job. I'm just curious about the story of what Supergirl is gonna be. Because like I said, you already got Superman and he's gonna be on this world where there's gonna be other heroes that I guess are already established, and then eventually he's gonna pop up eventually somewhere because it's gonna be an early storytelling, but it's not gonna be like or the early stages where his dad passed or a heart attack or whatever. It's gonna be something a little different. So I'm curious to see what they do with that. And then of course you throw Supergirl into the mix. So I wonder how that's gonna work out. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, I've seen so much negativity surrounding James Gunn. It's like everybody wants to find something to shit on when it comes to this DCU. Oh man, the hair looks messed up. What you did, it looks stupid. The suit looks bad. What you did, that's my opinion. But we're only seeing everything through one lens. We ain't seeing a full trailer. We ain't seeing a full movie. Again, Henry Cavill's suit destroys that suit. But I'm waiting till we get the trailer before I judge more. I can't imagine this DC universe being any worse than what we already got. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Let me see. He's been in a lot of different things. Hold on one second. Trying to look at his name. Um, give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta look up his name. Whoever's playing new Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt. Yeah, I just hope that Nicholas Holt is like a traditional Lex Luthor, like we've gotten in like the TV shows and some of the old movies. Man, as long as he fits to a T with being Lex Luthor, I think we'll be okay. Anything better than Jesse Eisenberg? That was trash, trash. I don't know, like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor felt like a cross between Lex Luthor mixed with the Joker, and I didn't understand it at all. I didn't understand that direction. So I hope that Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor is. I think he's gonna be good because I like Nicholas Holt. I haven't seen him in a lot of projects, mostly a lot of X-Men stuff. I think I've seen him in something else too outside of that, but I really think that he's gonna give us a good Lex Luthor. I think he could be a great, and he's young too. He's only 35 years old, so yeah, he's gonna. I think he could be a great Lex Luthor. I think he could be a great Lex Luthor. As long as there's no studio interference getting in the way, I think we could have something good here. Because you know how studio interference gets. Okay, scientific. I think that could be something interesting to see. I know Lex Luthor did a bunch of science projects trying to, find a way to beat Superman. You know what? I don't know what to think about Lanterns. I know it's supposed to be more of like a gritty detective thing going on. I think it's taking place on Earth, not in space. I don't know how to feel about the actor they got to play Hal Jordan. I don't see it. Maybe if he was younger, I've seen some of the younger pictures, but I just don't see it. Um, a lot of people were hoping that they would get Chris Pine, which I think he has the look. I think he would have fitted to a T. But the guy they got to play Hal Jordan, I don't even know what his name is. He just doesn't have that look to me. Um, yeah, he just doesn't have that look. Okay, so Kyle Chandler, he's gonna be the one playing Hal Jordan. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Even in the mock pictures that people have posted with him being Green Lantern, I don't see it. Fan made photos, I just don't see it. Maybe in his younger years I would see it, but I just don't see it now. But he could prove me wrong. He could prove me wrong. I wonder how old he is, because I know people have been talking about the ages of some of the actors. Well, if this guy is this old, they could have kept in Henry Cavill. And don't get me wrong, Henry Cavill is also always gonna be my Superman. So he's about 60 years old. I mean, he looks young, but obviously he's 60 years old. And then of course you got Derpy man is on a roll tonight, man. He says, I like the casting of Kyle Chandler. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I ain't gonna say he's gonna do a terrible job. I'll give him a shot. He says because of the story they are telling, he's 50 something. Actually, no, man. Yeah, he's 59. Yeah, he just turned 59 back on September 17th. So 4 minute warning, 4 minute warning. Um 4 minute warning, and then I'll be ending the stream. So I'm trying to be optimistic about it. Like I said, it it looks from what James Gunn has been, just pulling all the right strings. I like the gritty story, I guess, that they're trying to tell. If what people has been saying on social media is true, then I like the kind of grittier story. I know you have like the older Hal Jordan with the young John Stewart. A lot of people have been saying that they think that Hal Jordan is going to get killed off because of the simple fact that there's been no mention of a continuation of his character after, um, the Lanterns TV show. And that is Superman are my two most anticipated projects when it comes to the DC universe. That is Superman are my two most anticipated projects when it comes to the DC universe. So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with that. And it's kind of funny. I didn't realize until recently that there were so many different Lantern Corps. I mean, there's literally a whole rainbow of lanterns. Just throwing that in there. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be glued to the TV and see how this goes, because I want to check this out. I want to check this out because, like I said, I know it's gonna take more on Earth. And I'm looking at it right now. So it says the series follows the story of John Stewart, a new recruit, and Hal Jordan, a Lantern legend, as they investigate a things happening in the American heartland. So this basically, you see, the two intergalactic cops are drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery that ties into the larger DCU story. So yeah, I'm really interested to see this. It's kind of like cop feel. I think it's gonna be something good. It's gonna be a cop feel. I think it's gonna be something good. Except there's gonna be lanterns who are pretty much world police. But like I said, at first I couldn't see it, but I think it might surprise me. It might surprise me. And I'm okay with this being a TV show, depending on how many episodes it's going to be and how long the episodes are going to be, because you can tell more of a story. And then if it eventually moves on to a broader storyline in the DCU, that would make sense, which I'm pretty sure it will. I do wonder who's going to be the big bad though, because I know that James Gunn is going a different direction than what um you know other other he's going a different direction than what Marvel is going. But I do wonder if he has a big bad. Is like Darkseid, is like Brainiac. Who's gonna be the big bad to really oversee a lot of the stuff that is moving the things behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? I got about 30 more seconds and we're in the stream. Derpy Entertainment and everybody who's been dropping in, thank you for stopping by. Derpy, thank you for popping in with the questions. It's definitely kept me from just sitting here and trying to think of stuff to talk about. It means a lot for y'all to throw in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm in the stream with a little bit. I'll definitely try and be back next week with the stream, probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. Try and have some sooner, but again, thank you all. I'll try and have another one again next Sunday for um next Sunday, episode 14. This is episode 13, and for probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on my next one.